Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did break out already here in the US sort of afternoon or US morning session here. I think the wave count was correct that we discussed in the previous videos here about Bitcoin. This move to the upside, which can still continue, highlighted to you in the previous video, it can still continue as long as we're holding here sort of the 23,440 level. Explained to you that obviously we probably bottomed here, or pretty much bottomed here, but it was probably the low of the fourth wave, that we're now in the fifth wave, which is actually hidden here somewhere, fifth, into that 27K region that we've been talking about for the last 1 to 2 weeks. So we are on track. And now we want to decipher here and make sense of the lower level waves, because a lot of people are interested in that. And I want to give you, with the best of my abilities here, a view of the key support areas, resistance areas, and also want to explain to you why we got rejected quite strongly just here now. Okay, so let's take a look what Bitcoin is actually doing here. So Bitcoin moved up in what I consider currently a wave 3 in yellow. So it's actually quite an impulsive wave. It's typically the FOMO wave, and we see FOMO everywhere. A lot of leverage has been put on. So people are FOMOing. And again, I mentioned that yesterday to channel members, it's not a great time to FOMO actually, because it is most likely a fifth wave. So we're getting sort of towards the end of that rally. But again, still the target is sort of 26 to 27K overall for this fifth wave. This is of course not going to happen in a straight line, as you can clearly see here. Now, previous video highlighted here wave 4, probably shallow wave 4. Sometimes when the wave 3 is very long, the wave 4 can be shallow. It was still a fairly clear wave 4, also in terms of the length. If you compare the length of the wave 2 with the length of the wave 4, that matches quite well, so that's okay. Now rally in the wave 5. Could the wave 5 be over? Well, if we take the length of the wave 1 and 3, add it to the low of the wave 4, we get actually two likely targets, 25,646 and 26,530 for the fifth wave. These are ideal targets for the fifth wave. We haven't reached them yet. We can still reach them, but we got rejected. And we got rejected at the very first target that you normally get for this wave, which is the 1-to-1 ratio of the first wave. So we've got our first wave down here. This green candle is the first wave. And we add that to the low of the fourth, and we can get the 1-to-1 ratio. The 1-to-1 ratio, 100% extension, is at 25,140. That's pretty much where we got rejected. Plus minus a few dollars depending on how accurate you now draw it, but sort of that is where we got rejected. The 1-to-1 ratio, waves 1 and 5, is a very common target. It doesn't always come into play in crypto, but it can come into play when the wave 3 is extended, which it was here. Wave 3 got extended. Then often, as per the guideline of equality projection, basically, the wave 1 and wave 5s often have the same length. And that's not only that. I only saw that at the second glance. If we scroll to the left, you can actually see that we got rejected pretty much exactly at our August high. And that's exactly why we were rejected so strongly. Now, at the moment, we're holding a higher low, which means, in my opinion, we could still break above that level. That's now what the next few hours, minutes, hours will need to show. Can we hold a higher low? If we can hold a higher low, there's a good chance we break through here. And then, in my opinion, if we break through this resistance of August, we'll have a significant rally and may even get above this level. I just want to mentally prepare you for breaking this target range. So two possibilities I'm observing here mainly. Either this fifth wave is already in now, it was a short wave 5, but again, the 1-to-1 ratio, Fib levels and Elliott Wave at its finest. So it is a common target for a wave 5. It is just what it is. The other way of measuring the target would take us into this region. Cannot rule out it's already done. If it's done, we should now come down in a fourth wave. What would be this fourth wave target? So I'm going to take this box out. It's not relevant for this move anymore, but it will be relevant for this wave 4. So I'm going to calculate that now for you based on the latest high that you know, should we get into this region, we are most likely here in a fourth wave. So this is the area between 24,324 and 23,329. This is the area. If we dip into this, we have basically a good confirmation that we are in the fourth wave and that this third wave in yellow is already done. This is at the moment not entirely clear because so far we got rejected, yes, but we're holding a higher low. So it could very well be this may only have been the 1-2 setup in this third wave or in the fifth wave of the third. So we'll see. Either we push up above the resistance now and probably have quite a significant rally. That would all still be within the third wave. Then we will have to adjust wave 4 targets. Or if we now lose the low here of this wave 4, or at least come into this area, which, as I said, starts at around 24,340, we are in this yellow wave 4. And important is though that we don't drop at any point below 23.3k, because then this pattern is at risk of breaking down. At the moment we only have 3 waves up, so as I said in previous videos, we only have 3 waves, could just be an ABC. Always be aware of that. That's why when you didn't enter down here somewhere, you need to make sure you have your stop loss in place. It's very, very overheated at the moment. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.